Hello and welcome to the ultimate ChatGPT course. My name is Bara with over 10 years experience in real IT projects, and I'm really excited to be your instructor for this journey. In this course, you will learn everything that you need to start working with ChatGPT to increase your efficiency and productivity. So by the end of the course, you will understand this emerging technology and you will be able to write amazing prompts in ChatGPT that's gonna help you in your daily tasks. And what makes this course so special compared to the other courses, I designed this course to take you from zero to hero in ChatGPT. So if you are a beginner, don't worry, I'm gonna explain everything from the scratch, step by step. You will have as well access to hundreds of prompts that you can use, and you will learn some secret formulas that you can use to unlock an endless amount of prompts that gonna make you more creative with the ChatGPT. Alright, so now let's have a quick overview of the content of this course. First, we will start learning the basics of ChatGPT, like what is ChatGPT, how it works, and whether it's going to replace. Then we will jump to ChatGPT to create an account, and then I'm gonna take you in a quick tour in the user interface. Once we have everything ready, we will start our first conversation with the AI to create a shopping list. After that, we will do deep dive in 4 use cases to learn how to get the most out of ChatGPT. In the first use case, we will learn how to use ChatGPT to search for a job. Next, we will learn how to use ChatGPT to assist us in the writing process. After that, I'm gonna show you how to use ChatGPT as programmer or developer to write professional codes. And finally, we're gonna learn how ChatGPT can help you as a content creator. So if you want to create YouTube videos, you can use ChatGPT to take your content to the next level. So whether you are a job seeker, a writer, developer, or a content creator, this course will help you to learn how to use the power of AI to boost your productivity and efficiency. So now let's jump in and get started. ChatGPT.
Mark my words, AI is far more dangerous than nukes.
Oh, hell no.
For the past month, a new AI chatbot called ChatGPT has been drawing a lot of attention.
Artificial intelligence bot ChatGPT coming for your job.
But I want to talk about ChatGPT.
How many of you clap? How many of you know what ChatGPT is?
Because I don't know if you've used this chatbots, but it is insane.
We're kicking things off with an ad that I created using ChatGPT.
Everyone is talking about it. This is really huge, and this one is actually a game changer. It is terrifying at the start, but after I tried it, I think it's gonna make us more creative and as well awesome. In this course, you will learn everything that you need to get started with ChatGPT. So let's get started. But first, some coffee. Ready. So the first question is, what is ChatGPT? ChatGPT is cutting-edge AI chatbot that can understand the natural language. It is created by OpenAI. OpenAI is a startup founded in 2015 in San Francisco by Elon Musk and other AI experts, but Elon left 3 years later. And currently the CEO of OpenAI is Sam Altman. ChatGPT was released in November 2022, and it broke all the records by crossing 1 million users in just 5 days. If you compare to other platforms, it took Netflix 3.5 years to get 1 million users, and Facebook almost a year, and even Instagram 2.5 months. Alright, so ChatGPT is designed to have a conversation with you. It can understand your requests, but what makes it special is that you can make up follow-up questions, and even it admits mistakes and rejects inappropriate requests. There are just endless ways on how to use ChatGPT. For example, it can help you with writing books, blogs, and emails. It can correct grammar and summarize difficult texts into simple explanations or bullet points. It can even help you to find a job by creating cover letters, resume, and even it can act as interviewer to practice for job interviews. And if you are a YouTuber, it can help you to find the next video idea and write a script for that video. And not only that, if you are a programmer, it can generate code for you, find bugs and fix your code. And for example, if there is a piece of code that you don't understand, you can ask it and it's gonna explain everything in details. As I said, endless use cases. And now let's understand how ChatGPT works. ChatGPT uses a type of artificial intelligence called the language model. It is like a computer program designed to understand the human language. So ChatGPT spends a lot of time and resources training on massive amount of data from the internet, like websites, books, articles, news, conversations on Twitter, discussions on Reddit, and any other kind of text available on the internet. And that's all to understand the patterns and structures of the human language. This includes understanding the relationship between words, the grammar, and the meaning of the words in different contexts. So you might ask now, why ChatGPT want to learn all of that? Well, the answer is simple. ChatGPT want to understand the real meaning behind our text and then generate a response in a human-like way. So the main goal is to make the interaction between human and robots as natural as it could be. And ChatGPT not only learned about the natural languages like English, but it also learned programming languages. That means ChatGPT was trained on billions of lines of codes publicly available on GitHub. So ChatGPT already learned languages like Python, HTML, SQL, JavaScript, and more. That means ChatGPT has different models. The ChatGPT 3 model is used to understand and generate natural languages like English, and the Codex model is used to understand programming languages and codes like Python. Alright, so now let's take a moment to understand what is the meaning of the letters G.P.T. G stands for generative. It means that the data model can create new content. P stands for pre-trained. It means that the data model already trained on a large amount of text data before even being put to use. And T stands for transformer, which is a type of neural networks used in ChatGPT. Once you start using it, you will notice how quickly it processes your prompts and generates response in matter of seconds. And that's all thanks to the advanced neural network architecture. There is one question that is terrifying people: is ChatGPT gonna take over my job? Well, after I tried the tool, I think as IT experts, we're gonna be fine. No, not only fine, we're gonna be more creative, and it's gonna impact how we do our job, and it's gonna make it more efficient. And even if it takes away some types of jobs, if we learn something from the history, always new jobs will be created. Well, at the end, whether you like it or not, ChatGPT is here to stay, and I'm really interested to know what do you think about it, so let me know in the comment below. Alright, so with that we have covered the theory part behind the ChatGPT. Let's move on and see ChatGPT in action. Alright, so now let's go to our browser and go to chat.openai.com. I'm gonna leave the link in the description, and if you get something like this, it's gonna mean that the servers are full and you have to try later, since currently there are millions of people want to try this service. But if you are lucky like me, then we can log in and sign up. And if you don't have already a login to OpenAI, you can select to sign up. It's gonna take only 1 minute. It's really easy. So let's sign up. You can use an email address or your Google or Microsoft account. I'm gonna sign up using the email address, and then we're gonna give it a password. Once you give those informations, you will get an email in your mailbox to verify your email address. Like this one here, then just click over this green box. This can activate our account, and then it's gonna take us back to OpenAI. Here we have to fill a few details. It only needs the first and last name. Let's do that and then select continue. This process is 2 steps verifications. That means we have to enter our phone number. So let's do that. And after that, I'm gonna receive a code on my phone number, and I'm gonna put it over here. And once we do that, we are finally in ChatGPT and we can start using it. As you saw, it's currently free. We didn't add any payment methods, which is really nice. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna take you on a quick tour in the user interface of ChatGPT. It's very simple. We're gonna start on the left side over here, and if you select the new chat, you're gonna start a new conversation with ChatGPT. And below that, we can change the UI mode either to dark or light. I choose always dark mode. It's better for my eyes and less blue lights. And below that, we have the OpenAI Discord server that we can join. Wow, we have already 1.5 million members. That's really crazy. What we can do over here joining Discord is that you can share your feedback with the community, and you can as well engage with discussions about OpenAI with other members. Alright, so now let's go back to ChatGPT. You can find over here a link where you can find information about the updates, releases, FAQ from ChatGPT team. And the last thing on the left side, you can log out over here. Alright, so now let's go to the middle, and we have over here some informations, like it explains how to interact with ChatGPT, and then we have some informations about the capacity of ChatGPT. Like here it says ChatGPTs actually remember what you said in the previous conversations, and it allows you to do follow-ups. And it tells you as well that the AI is trained to decline any inappropriate requests. And the last info on the right side, it tells us about the limitations in ChatGPT. The answer might be incorrect or biased informations. And here it says that the AI is trained on data up to 2021. That means anything after 2021, the AI has less information and knowledge about the events, and it still have to learn it. Alright, so now we come to the most important element in the UI. It is the input field over here. And here you can start writing message, a query, a prompt to start a conversation with the AI. And once we hit go, the AI gonna analyze our prompts and gonna respond with a text. So now let's have our first prompt over here. Who are you? Then let's go. Alright, so as you can see, we got a response. And now you might say, okay, this is not really the answer that I'm looking for. And here you have two options. Either you're gonna select over here, regenerate response, and the AI gonna generate another one like this. And you can switch between the response like this, between the first and the second, using those arrows. And now if you want to evaluate this response, you can give it a thumb up or thumb down with a feedback, and this of course gonna help the AI to train and improve. Alright, so that was the first option, to regenerate the response. The second option over here, you can add a follow-up prompt. Let's try this. Explain it again like I'm 10 years old. Alright, so this is really amazing, right? And we can add another prompt in this conversation, and we're gonna say, explain it like I'm 5 years old. This is really mind-blowing. This is the first time that we have a chat like this with an AI. It is so smart that all the follow-up answers are based on the whole conversation, and it understands the whole context. Be aware, if you start a new chat over here from the left side, it will not remember the current conversation. Each new chat, it's like a new page. Like all those conversations are independent from each others. And beneath it here on the left side, you can start seeing all different conversations that we started with ChatGPT. So you can revisit it again and continue the chat with the AI. Alright, so with that we have created a brand new account in OpenAI, and we understood the main element of the user interface in OpenAI. Alright, so now I'm gonna start with the first prompt, where I'm gonna ask the hardest question that I face on daily basis. What should I eat today? So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to give me some ideas on what to eat today, especially that I'm trying to lose some weight. So let's ask ChatGPT the following. List 5 dishes that I can eat without carbs because I am trying to lose some weight. Let's go. Okay, so this is really amazing. ChatGPT gave us 5 dishes, and it considered as well that I'm trying to lose some weight. So as you can see, there is like everywhere vegetables. But now for me, the most interesting one is the first option, because I really like chicken. I think in this course you will learn a lot of things about me. And here exactly the magic of ChatGPT, where things get more interesting, where I'm gonna ask a follow-up question about the option number 1. I'm gonna go and ask the following question. I'm gonna say, create a shopping list for the first option. So as you can see over here, I didn't write the full text of grilled chicken or fish with vegetables. I say just the first option, and that's because the AI understands the whole conversation and remember the old answers, which is really cool. But now I want to be more specific, because here in the first option you can see, okay, there is chicken and fish, and I don't want to buy fish in the shopping list. So I'm gonna be more specific and say with grilled chicken. Let's go. This is really beautiful. So now we have a shopping list for my meal, and not only that, ChatGPT adds as well at the end some context. So here we have a note about this shopping list, and that's always what ChatGPT tried to do, is that to add some recommendations, warnings, ideas, which really makes the conversation with the AI, the ChatGPT, like a human. Alright, so let's say that I bought all those stuff. The biggest problem is that how I'm gonna cook it. So I'm gonna ask ChatGPT the follow-up question. The question is very simple. What are the cooking steps? I love it. So as you can see, ChatGPT gave us a step-by-step guide on how to cook this dish. And as usual, the AI at the end gave us some more context. And this is exactly the difference between ChatGPT and Google. In ChatGPT, we can have follow-up questions and the AI gonna understand the whole conversation and the whole context. And you feel that all the questions and everything is connected to each other. But in the other side in Google, each question gonna be handled individually. So as you can see, with the help of the ChatGPT, I went from not knowing what I'm gonna eat today to have a plan and guide step by step on what to do in just few seconds. And next we're gonna start our deep dive in the use cases of ChatGPT. In 2013, I moved to Germany and started searching for a job. Finding my new job in a new country was not an easy task. I had to know where to search for jobs, which skills were required to be a data engineer. I had to craft the perfect resume and cover letters. Then I applied to many jobs, prepared for the interviews, and learned about the important questions, and it included as well many email communications. I had to do all those stuff with my third language, German, which was not easy at all, but many people helped me out at the start. But now in the age of the AI, the story is totally different. The process of searching new job has just been made easy using AI. Alright, so now let's have an examples in order to understand how AI gonna help us searching for new job. Alright, so the first step by searching for new job is to understand where to search. So let's ask ChatGPT about that. So we're gonna write the following: what are the best platforms to search for job in Germany, since I am in Germany now. So let's go. Great, so now we got a list of all platforms where we can search for job. I know Indeed, LinkedIn, Stepstone, and Xing. And to be honest, in the last 10 years, I switched between 4 jobs and all of them I found it using Stepstone. I don't know whether it's a luck or something, but I really like this platform. I found a lot of job there. We can ask other stuff, for examples, what are the strategies for searching your job? What are the best practices? So let's see what ChatGPT gonna say about that. So we're gonna ask, what are the effective strategies for finding a job? Let's go. Guys, what I can say, all those advices are golden and I cannot agree more. The first one about networking. Of course, having a solid network and relationships with people can increase your chances to find your dream job. That's why I really recommend to have a strong LinkedIn with a lot of connections to other people. Another one, it's about the resume and the cover letter. It should be perfect if you are searching for a job. Apply for multiple jobs over here. Well, that reminds me of my second job. I think applied over 100 jobs parallelly. I was just sending applications like crazy. And this is from my side, I think the most important tip or advice is about searching for jobs. Just apply everywhere. So what I think about those advices, they are all great, really, like here, stay positive and so on. I really love this answer from ChatGPT. Alright, so now let's move to the next one. Let's say that you are a junior data engineer and you want to double check what are the most in-demand skills are required from data engineer. So we can ask ChatGPT about that. So let's write the following: what are the most in-demand skills for data engineer? Let's go. Okay, so now let's check the answer. This is what I love about ChatGPT. It's not only answering our question and listing all those skills, but always it gives us like recommendations and tips over here at the end. And if I check the answer over here, as a data engineer, I can say exactly those are the skills that you need to master as a data engineer. So this is really great way to double check your skills and you know that you are at the correct path. If not, then you have to create a roadmap to develop those skills. Alright, so now let's say that, okay, I'm missing a lot of skills, so what I'm gonna do, where I'm gonna start? Then ask the expert, ask the AI. So, what are the 3 essential skills each data engineer must have? So let's see. I'm just saying all the time, true. I have over 10 years experience with data engineering and I cannot agree more. So this is really a perfect answer as an expert. So the first one is about programming languages. You should have expertise in Python and SQL. And the second one is about big data technologies, because most of the projects now that needs data engineers are big data projects. So this is exactly one essential skill. And the last one, and of course, if you want to build a pipelines as data engineer, you should have skills with the ETL processes and data warehousing. So what I can say, well done for the AI, they got it as an expert. I really love those answers. Okay, so now let's talk about one important step in the process of searching for a new job, which is creating professional cover letter and resume. And for that, you can use the power of AI and ChatGPT in order to create it. Let's say that you are a junior data engineer and you found a job at Microsoft. Write a professional cover letter for junior data engineer at company Microsoft. I know the basic requirements for the job, but I don't have any work experience. Entry level. So let's see. Okay, so now let's have a look. ChatGPT created the basic layout, which is really great starting point for you. And as well, beautifully written in perfect English. How good is that? And to be honest, if I want to write this myself, it's gonna take me like around 20 to 30 minutes and it will not be perfect like this. And now we have it like in few seconds. How amazing is this? And now let's say that we want to change some information. For example, I have a master's degree in computer science and I have some experience about the Azure cloud. So let's tell ChatGPT to change that. Update the cover letter, removing that I have bachelor degree and replace it with master degree in computer science. And mention that I have experience in Azure clouds. Let's see. Guys, it's pretty good. So as you can see, it integrated our wishes. We have now here master degree in computer science in the letter, and as well, it integrated my skill about the Azure cloud. And you can add more stuff. For example, let's say that rewrite the cover letter to sound smarter and more excited about the job. It's really funny, but as well it's very great. It's using sophisticated words. It is the same cover letter, but now using some advanced English words. And if you read it again, you're gonna have the feeling that this guy or girl is motivated about the job. Alright, so now another thing that you can do with ChatGPT is to translate the text to different languages. So for example, let's say that this job is in Germany and you want the cover letter in German language. So let's do that. Translate the cover letter to German. Go. Alright, so now we have the same cover letter in German. I know there are like a lot of translators out there like Google and other ones that is as well based in AI, but I have the feeling that I can trust the translation in ChatGPT more. Alright, so now let me show you another fun one where we can ask ChatGPT to create a resume. So let's see how we can do that. Based on the English cover letter, write a professional resume including my skills, educations, a summary, and my hobbies. Let's go. This is really mind-blowing. As you can see in the work experience we have none, because based on the conversation, ChatGPT understood that we are a junior developer and we don't have any experience. So he assumed immediately that we don't have any work experience, which is really correct based on this conversation. So let's check what do we have in answer over here. So we have like small summary. I think it's too much, we can make it shorter. And here it listed exactly those skills that are required for data engineer, which is really great. And here we can be more specific in our prompts, where we're gonna give, for example, some skills, some hobbies, but I will not go there and give, like, for example, the email address or telephone number or any personal informations for the AI. So really be careful what you are giving here in the prompts. You have any way to copy the text somewhere else, and there you can add your personal informations. But again, this is really perfect starting point for you in creating your resume and cover letters. Alright, so now we found the job, we have the documents, the cover letter and the resume. And the next step is that we're gonna go and send an application email. And of course, you are not alone. We're gonna use the ChatGPT in order to generate a professional email. Let me show you how we can do that. So we're gonna say, I found a job for position data engineering at Microsoft. Write a professional job application email. Let's go. I really love it. It's perfect email that you're gonna send, and I'm really that you're gonna impress the one that gonna receive such an email. But let's say it's like really long email, we want to make it shorter. So let's ask ChatGPT to do that. Simply make it shorter. That's it. Very beautiful. I think that's perfect. We don't have to add a lot of informations in the email body because we have all the informations covered in the cover letter. Alright, so now let's move to the next step in the process, and let's say that Microsoft was impressed about your application, the resume and cover letter, and they invited you to a job interview. So how can ChatGPT help me in the job interview? Let me show you what you can do. Okay, but first let's understand this unique formula that we found it in ChatGPT. This is pretty damn good. We can ask the AI to act as a person or a role to do something. So the formula is act as person or role, then we have a task. For example, act as a job interviewer and ask me 10 questions about the data engineering. And another example, act as a professional editor and review my book. And one more that is really interesting, act as an old wise man and give me the best advice in life. Alright, so now let's prepare for the interview with Microsoft using ChatGPT. Let's ask the following. Act as job interviewer and ask me 10 questions about data engineering. Let's go. Great content, really great content. I'm gonna use that as well as I'm interviewing sometimes people for the jobs that's gonna work on my team, so I can use those stuff as inspiration. So now you can go and check those questions, and if you are not sure about one of those questions, you can go and ask ChatGPT to give you the answer that you're supposed to say. So for example, what could be the answer of the first question? So let's see. It's about the concepts of data warehousing. Perfect, true. And if you know all the answers and you want to practice, you can say simply, give me 10 more questions. And so on. So as you can see, now you have a smart expert with a data engineer that you can sit the whole day practicing your interview. This is just mind-blowing. Alright, so in the process of searching for a new job, it includes a lot of emails and communications, especially after the job interview. So what we usually do after the interview, we send directly a thank you email for the interview. So let's see what ChatGPT gonna say about that. After the job interview, I want to thank the interviewers and express my appreciation for their time. Write a thank you email. So let's go and see. This is really nice stuff. So first we have the thank you for the interview, and after that you are showing that you are impressed about the company and you are excited to be part of it. And at the end you are saying that, okay, I'm looking forward to hear from you, because now you are waiting for the response. Alright, so there is like different emails that you can write, especially after 2 weeks. If you didn't hear anything from the company, you can write them a follow-up email. Let's see an example. I applied for a job at Microsoft, but I haven't received any response in 2 weeks. Write a follow-up email asking about the status of my application in a friendly and professional tone. Let's see. Perfect. It has all the informations that you need as a friendly reminder in the email. This is really professional email that you can send. First, you give some information that you applied for the job, and second, you understand that the process, it takes some time. So this is really professional and friendly email that you can send to a company. The ChatGPT is just mind-blowing tool. Alright guys, so if you are searching for a new job and you're watching my video, all what I can say is that the search process can be tough and you might get rejections. So don't let that discourage you. For my second job, I sent over 100 applications and I think I got 7 rejections, 4 acceptance, and the rest I didn't even get any answers. It's really just part of the process. You have to stay focused and believe in yourself. Especially now with the help of the AI and tools like ChatGPT, the process is really easier and faster. So good luck with that. Alright, so let me show you how ChatGPT can help you with writing. Whether it's book, essay, article, or even master thesis, the process of writing can seem overwhelming. First, you have to come up with an idea and then choose a title that stands out. Next, you have to spend a lot of time researching and gathering informations. Then you have to create an outline and start writing the first draft. And after that, you have to revise and edit your work to make it polished and grammatically correct. Finally, you have to publish and share your work. So those steps, it might take really a lot of hard work and long time to finish. But you are not alone anymore. We have the ChatGPT that can assist you to speed up the process and make your work more efficient. Alright, so let's start with the first step of writing a book is to generate an idea. So we have first to find a niche that is interesting to write about. The idea should be trending and as well not that crowded. So we can use the help of ChatGPT to generate ideas and suggest niches. So let's see what it can do. Let's have the following prompts. Suggest 5 niche ideas for writing a book that are likely to go viral in 2023 and are less crowded. Let's go. This is really beautiful. So now we have 5 niches from the AI. The first one about the environment, the next one about the mental health. But let's say that you didn't find the niche that you want to write about. What you can do now, you can add a follow-up prompt to say, suggest 3 more. So let's go and do that. Give me 3 more ideas. This is really amazing. So now we have 3 more niches, and now I'm gonna choose a topic. So we're gonna talk about the personal finance, and I would like to make a book about it. Alright, so next we're gonna go in more details where we're gonna ask the ChatGPT to give us book ideas about the topic personal finance. So let's do that. Alright, so let's try this prompt. I want to write a book about the topic number 6. Suggest 5 book ideas. Let's go. This is really awesome. Now we have ideas for books to write about. I would like to write a book for beginners to explain the basics about investing. Alright, and now the next step is to find the catchy titles for my book that can help to draw readers' attention and make them more likely to pick up my book. So let's see how ChatGPT can help us with that. Generate 5 catchy book titles about investing for beginners. I really love it. So now we have a niche, we have an idea, we have a title for our book, we have something in hand, and we can start writing the book. Alright guys, so the next step in the process of writing a book is to do research and gather informations. Like for example, reading books, articles, blogs, any online materials you find it in the internet. And here we can use ChatGPT to speed up this very long process. For example, here we have the Wikipedia about the investments, and it's pretty long text. So what we can do about it, we can copy the text from the Wikipedia and then go to ChatGPT and ask it to make summarizations about it. And that's way faster than reading the whole Wikipedia and extracting the key points of that. So let's have an example. I'm gonna go over here and copy the text until this point. Let's go now to ChatGPT, and now I'm gonna ask it to summarize the following text in 1 paragraph. And now to insert our text, we have to add double quotes so the AI can understand when our text starts and when it ends. So let's do that, double quotes, then paste the whole text and enter. Oh my god, this is really mind-blowing. In few seconds, the AI understood the whole text and generated summarizations about it. You just witnessed the magic of neural networks on speeding up the process of AI. And that's why we have response in few seconds. And we can do many other stuff, like for example, we can turn it into bullet points. Turn the text into bullet points. Go. This is crazy, right? We have now bullet points from a long text, and it's gonna just speed up our process of writing. And now we can go and extract more stuff from the text, like for example, pull out the 5 most important keywords from the text. So as you can see, we have it. Now imagine that we have a lot of books, a lot of articles, blogs, and so on to read and to summarize. How fast now it's gonna be with the AI? You will just gather and collect informations with high speed. So now we have the idea, the title, we investigated about the topic, we should start now writing. And the next step is to create an outline to structure our book. And we can use the help of ChatGPT to generate the outline. So let's see how we can do that. We're gonna write the following. Provide me with an outline for my book, and we have this one. Let's go. This is just awesome. So let's see what do we have here. It's really detailed. So it starts with introduction, then understanding the concept, I think, stocks, pounds, and so on, then setting the goals. I think it's really perfect one. Alright, so as you can see, in few seconds, we have an outline, we have a structure and plan for our book. But don't forget one thing, that everything that we get from ChatGPT, it's like suggestions. It is a great start point for us. And if you're really taking your book seriously, you have to edit it and add your personal touch. Alright, so now we have the plan and we can start writing the first chapter. And we can use ChatGPT to generate the text for us. Alright, so now if you want to ask ChatGPT to generate a text for us, we have to be more specific about the output from the AI. And we can use this formula in order to ask ChatGPT to write something. So we can start with write, then the length, and then the topic, and in which style. For example, write 1000 words blog on traveling in engaging, personal, and storytelling style. And another prompt, for example, write 200 words article on health habits in informative and objective style. So after trying a lot of stuff in ChatGPT, I think this formula is very successful and you can use it to generate any text you want. And I'm really interested if you unlock any successful formula in ChatGPT, share it with us in the video comments so we can all benefit from that. So we can say generate 1000 words for the first chapter in an engaging and storytelling style. Let's go. This is really beautiful. I should have asked maybe for 100, it took a little bit more time. Alright, so now let's say that you went through the chapter and you think, okay, everything is fine, the text is fine, the ideas, the structure, but I really didn't like the style of it. So you can change the style by using the following prompt. Now write it in the style of a video game dialogue. Let's go. Alright. So now we have like NPC and player. This is really funny. Alright, and so you can learn how to invest. But I will stop it. You can stop the generation by clicking over here so we don't waste the resources. Alright guys, so now let's say that I went crazy and I start writing the text for chapter 2 of my book without letting the AI to generate it. And I wrote something like this. We still can use the help of AI to correct the grammar and the punctuations of our text. So let's do that. So we can write it like this, correct the grammar and add punctuation to this text. So we add our text now and let's go. This is really beautiful. So in few seconds, ChatGPT correct everything and repairs my mistakes. I really wish that ChatGPT existed as I was writing my master thesis, where I spent days revising, editing, fixing my grammar. It was not easy task at all. Alright guys, so now if you read my text, I think those words are really simple and I don't sound like professional writer. So let's ask ChatGPT to change that. Replace my simple words with advanced English. Wow, now I'm convinced that I shouldn't write the chapter 2. I should have let the AI to generate it. Alright guys, so now I want to take a moment to talk about using AI in the writing process. It's really important to understand that ChatGPT or any other AI tools, they will not replace the human writers. Instead, it's here to assist us and make the writing process much faster and more efficient. And we have to remember that everything the AI generates should be reviewed and edited by a human to make sure it fits your projects. So let's embrace the AI and never forget the importance of the human touch. As programmers and developers, we don't spend all the day writing scripts and codes non-stop as you might see in movies. Instead, our daily work might include searching for best practices in Stack Overflow. We also spend hours trying to figure out why our code is not working, searching for bugs and trying to find fix for them. And we have as well the task of optimizing the performance of our code. Another important task is to keep our code well styled, organized, and with comments. And not to forget the pain of creating documentations, which is very boring and annoying to do. But now we have new smart friend that gonna make our life way easier than before. At least I hope. Okay, so now let me show you some examples in order to understand how the AI gonna help you with programming and coding. Alright guys, so now we're gonna uncover the superpower of the model codex in ChatGPT. After the AI learns billions of lines of codes in the public GitHub. Let's start first with the basics. You can use ChatGPT to generate codes. For example, let's say that we want to write a function that generates random integers between 1 and 100. So let's see if ChatGPT can write this piece of code for us. Write Python function for generating random numbers between 1 and 100. Let's go. I just love this answer from ChatGPT. Here we have a code snippet on how to generate random numbers in Python, and beneath it we have always like an explanation line by line on how this code works. So here we have the function name, generate random numbers, and the explanation for that. And then it explained the function that is used from the library random. And this is exactly all what you want in order to understand this code. This is perfect, this is amazing, but as well scary. Alright, so for the next one, ChatGPT can help you explaining the code. Let's say that you start working in a new team, in a new company, or in a new project. And the first thing that you have always to do is to go to the GitHub in order to understand the code. And sometimes this is really painful if the colleagues in your team don't add documentations, don't add like comments or styles in their code. So if you are in this situation, you're gonna have really hard time understanding the code or understanding the project. But now we have a new friend that has all the time for you, explaining all the codes that you want. So let's have an example. So all you have to do is writing the following prompts, explain the following code. And we're gonna add our codes. Alright, so let's check the output. This is really gold. This is crazy. It explains in details everything line by line this code. So first it figures out that this is a Python function where it converts the CSV files to JSON file, and then it explains all the rows of the code. And this all happened in few seconds. So this is really amazing if you are starting new projects and you want to understand the code. Just use the ChatGPT to understand it. Alright, so now we're gonna go to the scary part of ChatGPT, where you can use it to analyze and scan your code to find bugs and errors. And not only that, you can ask ChatGPT to fix all the errors. This is just mind-blowing. Let's have an example. Find the errors in the following code and suggest solutions to fix it. And now we're gonna enter our code. So let's go. You know what? Alright, so let's talk about this again. Well, no comment. It just did the job. So let's check the answer over here. Not only it found the error in our code, but also it explained in details what was the error about. And as well, it generated the code with the fix. So here we have again my code. The problem in my code, I used the wrong format. So here we have a year, month, and day. And I used in the format only the year and the month. In just few seconds, ChatGPT analyzed my code and find the fix for it and explain it for me. This is just mind-blowing. Alright, so now let's talk about the next one. As you are programming and writing your code, you might encounter some errors. And not all tools and programming languages provide full explanations and informations about the error. So we spend a lot of time reading the user manuals or searching in Stack Overflow, just in order to understand the error message of our program. But now we can use ChatGPT in order to help us understanding the error messages. So we're gonna say explain the following error message. And we're gonna post our error message over here. So this is really getting annoying. I'm joking. This is amazing. Look, it's explaining the error message in details. So here it's saying there is like a syntax error in our select statement, and instead of using from, we used form. It's like typo, and at the end it just gave us summarizations about the error. I'm sure this is gonna help a lot of developers. Alright, so for the next use case, we can use ChatGPT to optimize the performance in our code. Sometimes we write everything correct, there is no errors or anything, but once you executed the codes, you will get bad performance. And here we can use the power of AI in ChatGPT to analyze our code and suggest optimizations. Let's have an example. Optimize the following code to boost the performance. So now I'm gonna enter an SQL statement which takes a long time. Let's go. The answer is perfect, I love it. So let's check that. If you know about SQL, it's really bad practices to use the OR multiple times like this. It's just gonna waste the performance. So here ChatGPT suggested to use the AND operator instead of using the OR, which is really the best practices in SQL. And not only that, it provides us as well with the code snippets. And the next suggestions it says, okay, to optimize the performance, you can use indexes on the customer ID, which is just true. And as well in our statements, we are using full outer join, and this is the worst type of join that gonna really bring the performance down. And as you can see over here, ChatGPT noticed that and suggested to use different type of join. So here it's saying, okay, you might use inner join instead. I have experience with SQL more than 10 years and I can say this answer is perfect. ChatGPT here acted as an expert in SQL and suggested really professional solutions. Okay, so now let's talk about the next use case that I really like. We can use ChatGPT to style our code and add comments. Let's say that you are in project and your role is to do code reviews. There is nothing annoying more than someone sends you a code with really bad formats and no comments at all. So here either you're gonna reject the code or you're gonna go and style it in order to understand it. So if you are a programmer, please pay attention to the style of your codes and add comments. And now especially with the AI, you don't have any excuses. In few seconds, you can style the whole code and add comments to it. Let's have an example. So style my code following the PEP8 style guide and add comments. Not only that, we're gonna add as well some prints and add some prints when it makes sense. So now we're gonna add our code and let's go. This code is really bad formatted. So let's check the answer. This is really beautiful. So as you can see now, we have well organized code with the style and it's really easier to read than the previous code. So if you check the code over here, it's really hard to read those stuff. So now we have everything like organized, and not only that, we have as well the comments over here, and the AI added as well some prints in our code where it makes sense. So this is perfect. And ChatGPT was really nice at the end and it went and explained the code for me. Perfect. Alright, so now we're gonna go to the next use case where all programmers love this feature. You can use ChatGPT to generate documentations of your code. How cool is this? The most painful step in the writing process of scripts is now automated using ChatGPT. Let's have an example. So the prompt is really simple. Create documentation of the following codes. And we're gonna add our code. Let's go. So as you can see, ChatGPT just created the documentation in few seconds, and if I want to create such a documentation, it may take like between 10 to 15 minutes. If ChatGPT has only this feature to create documentations, that's really enough to be the best tool in this year. Alright, the next use case of ChatGPT is that you can use it in order to convert your code from one programming language to another one. In software engineering, we have endless projects that have the same goal, to convert the code of a product from one programming language to another. Well, now we can use the help of AI to convert the code and save a lot of money. Let's have an example. We want now to convert the same function from Python to JavaScript. Let's do that using the following prompt. convert my Python code to JavaScript. So now we're gonna enter the script and let's go. Alright, so now let's check the output. This is really gold. So now we have the same function that converts CSV files to JSON, but now in JavaScript. And we have an example code for that. As you can see, ChatGPT loves to explain everything for you. So not only generated the code, it generated documentations and explanations with details about the JavaScript code. So this is really magic and very good news. If you are in migration projects, you can go and suggest to use ChatGPT to speed up the process and save some money. But here one thing to notice is that if you are migrating from an old programming language that does not exist currently in the public GitHub, and this can be a problem because the AI didn't find in the GitHub any code to train on it. So the ChatGPT and the AI will only support us on data that it trained on. Alright, another use case in ChatGPT is that we can ask it to create a unit test. Now you know that testing is very essential part in the coding process, and sometimes it takes us like 15 to 20 minutes to write a unit test for our functions. Now we can use ChatGPT to create it in a few seconds. So we're gonna use the following prompt: generate a unit test for the following Python function. We're gonna use the same function that converts CSV to JSON, and let's go. So this is really nice. In few seconds we got a unit test for our function, and we're gonna use it in order to ensure that everything is fine as we are converting from CSV to JSON. Alright, so for the next one we can use ChatGPT to generate dummy data or test data. Pretty damn good, right? So let's have an example. So generate dummy data in SQL for table called customers. Each customer should have an ID, first name, email, country, and a score. So let's see. So as you can see, very powerful. We have now some insert statements in SQL with few examples, and we can use it in order to test something or to practice the SQL. So now instead of showing us the script in SQL, I wanted to show the data itself. So let's write the following: show the data as a table for 5 customers. Now this is just mind-blowing crazy, right? So who needs now tools to practice SQL? We can use just ChatGPT. So now we can see over here we have like test data to practice SQL, and we can ask it now to do stuff like find the customer with the highest score. So now let's write this prompt: write SQL statements to find the customer with the highest score, and at the end show the results as a table. Let's go. This is just amazing. If you want to learn alone SQL, you can use ChatGPT to have an examples and to practice with the queries. So here ChatGPT created like 2 statements to solve the problem, and of course explained everything in details, and we have the results. Michael is the highest score with 8. And if you want to learn SQL without the help of ChatGPT and AI, you can check my free course in YouTube about SQL for beginners. I'm gonna leave the link in the description. Alright guys, so we have again the question: is ChatGPT gonna replace our programmers and developers? This is how I think about it currently. I think it's gonna reshape how programmers works. I don't think that we are going to spend most of our time writing the code. Instead, we are going to be something like code designers or code engineers, where we have to define the blueprint, the concept or the solution, and the AI gonna take over and do the rest by generating the code. So I think the AI gonna assist us and speed up the process of writing the code, which gonna allow us to start and finish projects way faster than now. The process of making videos and content like this may take hours or even days to complete. You have to find a niche, come up with video ideas, you have to plan and start scripting your videos, then the record process gonna start, and then hours and hours of editing. And before you publish your video, you have to find a catchy title, write the perfect descriptions and tags, and design a thumbnail that attracts people to click. And that's why I really appreciate it if you support my channel by liking, subscribing and commenting, so we make the algorithm of YouTube happy, and it's gonna help me to make more content like this. But now I'm really excited that I have such an assistant beside me that gonna help me to speed up the process of creating content. Okay, so now let me show you how ChatGPT gonna help you with creating YouTube videos. Alright guys, so the process of creating YouTube videos is very similar to the process of writing a book. You can use ChatGPT to find a niche for your YouTube channel and as well to find ideas for your content. It's really important to have a trending niche and at the same time less crowded. Okay, so now let's ask ChatGPT about some ideas. Suggest 5 trending niches for YouTube channel that are likely to go viral in 2023 and are less crowded. Let's go. Crazy, right? So if you are searching for a niche for your YouTube channel, here you have 5 ideas. So the first one is about the environment, the next one about the virtual reality, the mental health, personal finance, and online training. And of course, if you want more ideas, you can say, okay, suggest 5 more. Crazy. So now let's pick the personal finance over here as a niche for our YouTube channel. The next step, we have to find ideas for our videos. And of course, for that, we can use ChatGPT to suggest some video ideas for us. So we're gonna have the following prompt: suggest 5 ideas for a YouTube video about the topic number 4. But now let's make it not that easy for ChatGPT. Let's say the following: that not many people know about, just to make sure that our video is gonna go viral, right? So let's go. Wonderful, right? So now we have 5 video ideas for our new YouTube channel. Let's see the results. So the first one about the debt, the second one is about the emergency fund, and then the third is like introduction to our investments, then how to create a budget, and of course this trending topic, whether we're gonna rent or buy a home. If I'm gonna create a personal finance channel, those are really cool ideas to start with. Alright, so now let's say that we want to start with a video about creating a budget. So the next step, and here we have the fun part, where we have to write a YouTube script for our video. And of course, we can use the help of ChatGPT to generate a YouTube script for us. So let's have this prompt: write a script for YouTube video with scenes on the topic number 4. And now we're gonna add the style. So we're gonna have in engaging and easy to understand style. So here we have to specify which audience we are targeting. Is it the beginners or the advanced viewers? So I would say here, let's go for beginners, for total beginners. Let's go. Let's see the output. This is insanely good. This is really stunning. This level of script is very professional. It's not only like writing the script, what you're gonna say, but also describing the B-rolls. So here, for example, it says, okay, cut to shot with the person sitting with the finance advisor. So here, as you are saying the script, you can like fetch a video or footage with such a thing. This stuff gonna help you massively if you are going to create any content. But obviously we are not going to copy and paste everything it generates. It is really great starting point, reference or outline if you are creating a script for YouTube. Another use case for ChatGPT, we can find duplicates in our scripts. I don't know if you already noticed, I say often, alright guys or okay guys. So you can use ChatGPT to find those stuff that repeats over and over and you might want to adjust it. So for example here I have a YouTube script about Tableau, and what we can do, we can go and copy everything from the scripts and then go to ChatGPT. Alright, so we can say give me a list of words and their frequency, occurrence, that appear more than 4 times. And now we add our text. So let's go. Alright, so now let's check the results. This is really wonderful. So now I have a list of all words that I repeat. Tableau public was with 13 occurrence. This is normal, maybe I was explaining this product. And you can go through all the words like tutorials, it's okay, Tableau, data, visualizations, public, limitations. Maybe limitations, I should not like say it 5 times. So I have to find some alternatives, but we can ask ChatGPT about that. So let's say, okay, give me 5 better alternatives for the word limitations. So with this, instead of me saying like 5 times limitations in the video, I can say like drawbacks, restrictions, and so on. And with that, you optimize your videos and scripts and you sound more professional. And this is really important as a content maker, that you optimize always your scripts, you optimize your videos. And now with the help of ChatGPT, we can do more analysis for our content. And now there's some situations where you say, you know what, I don't create scripts for me, I just open the camera and start recording. So how I'm gonna analyze my text? If you go and edit your video, you can go to the subtitle, and here YouTube generates of course the whole text of your audio. So what you can do, you can just go over here and copy everything and go to ChatGPT and analyze the duplicates. Alright, so after you record your video, the next step is to edit your video. Here we have small problem. You cannot use ChatGPT in order to edit the video, but we can still use ChatGPT to give us like tips and tricks, best practices about the editing process. For example, which music we can add to our video, which animations, soundtracks, and so on. For example, let's say I'm creating YouTube video about how to create a budget. What is the best music and sound effects to use in my video? Let's go. To be honest, I haven't thought about it, whether I'm gonna add background music to my videos and tutorials. I haven't done it before, so now if you are seeing this video and you are hearing background music, it's because of this tip. So here it says I can add some calm background music. This type of music can create a relaxed and focused atmosphere that can help to keep viewers engaged and focused on the task at hand. So what do you think? Should I add background music to my tutorials? And if I do that during the editing, please give me your opinion whether you like it or not. Alright, so now we are done with the editing. The next step is that we're gonna go and publish our video. But before we make it public, we have to add a lot of stuff, like the title and thumbnail, the description of the video, and the tags. So we can use ChatGPT to generate titles for our videos. Your video title and thumbnail, they are very important thing, because they are the first thing that the viewers gonna see when they come across your videos. And based on the title and the thumbnail, the viewer gonna click on your video or will not. Let's see how ChatGPT can help us with that. Generate 5 YouTube catchy titles for my video about how to create a budget that can catch the viewers' attention. Let's go. As you can see, now we have 5 titles for our videos. At the start, I really spent like hours just searching and analyzing what are the best titles for videos. I found a lot of channels, analyzed their titles. It was really painful process to have a catchy title for your video. But now with the help of the AI, we can just do it in few seconds, and then you will have a professional suggestions from the AI. And if you don't like those titles, we can always say, okay, give me more 5 suggestions. Alright, so the next step in the process is to create a thumbnail for our video that grabs the people's attention to click on it. And here we cannot use ChatGPT to generate images, it generates only text. But we still can ask for advices. So let's have this prompt. Give me some ideas for YouTube thumbnail for video titled, and let's add our title over here, that attracts people to click on my video. Let's go. Alright, so let's check the answer. We got 7 suggestions because I was not very specific. I was saying some ideas, and if you are a content creator, you will understand how amazing are those suggestions. So for example, here it says, okay, person holding a calculator with determined look on their face, with the title of the video. So it's really good start point to create a thumbnail using this idea. Or over here, a person sitting at the desk with worried expression, surrounded by pills and paperwork, with the title of the video overlaid in a thought bubble above their head. This is really funny, but yeah, most of the thumbnails in the YouTube looks like this. Alright, so now we have the title and the thumbnail. Next, we have to describe our YouTube video. So we have to add such a description to our video. And here it's really important that the YouTube description matches the content of your video. And having bad description can has 2 side effects. First, the viewers. If they notice that the description not matching the content, they will dislike it or not subscribe for you, which can lead to low watch time and low engagement. And the second side effect is the YouTube algorithm. It's gonna analyze everything, the description, the title, the tags, and if it doesn't match the video, it's gonna rank it low and it will not appear in the search. So how we can use ChatGPT to generate those descriptions? It's really easy. We just go to the subtitles over here and copy the whole text from the video and then go to ChatGPT. Okay, so we're gonna write it like this: repurpose this YouTube video scripts into YouTube video description. And then we add our YouTube scripts. So let's go. Okay, as you can see, we got the output in few seconds. This is the power of the neural networks, where it analyzes thousands of words in few seconds and responds to your prompts. So let's see the text. In this video, I take you on a short tour of the Tableau interface. I explain that a Tableau workbook contains 3 main pages and so on. This is perfect for YouTube description. You make sure that everything that you said in the video is in the description, and with that you're gonna get a perfect match for YouTube algorithm and as well for people that are watching your videos. So there is no way that people will say, okay, this is unmatching for the description and it was clickbait. And of course, if you want it shorter or more engaging, we can say, for example, rewrite the description but make it shorter and in more engaging style. So let's see. So now we have it. It's a little bit shorter than the first one and it's more engaging. I really love here the answer from ChatGPT. So I think I have to go and revisit everything in YouTube and change all my description. Alright, so next we can use ChatGPT to generate the YouTube tags for your video. Here in YouTube we can add around 500 characters as tags, and that's gonna help the YouTube algorithm to understand your content. So here we're gonna say suggest YouTube tags for my video with the title, and here we add our title. So let's go. This is really amazing help for YouTubers, and it follows as well the best practices. some words on your title should be included in the tags as well. So here we have paycheck to paycheck, and we have it as well here as a tag. This is just perfect. Alright, so now we have everything and we can go and make our video public in YouTube. So as you can see, the process of creating YouTube videos and content is really time consuming and contains a lot of steps. But now with the help of the AI and ChatGPT, everything can speed up and you're gonna be more efficient and productive. And of course, as content maker and YouTuber, you are always learning new stuff, tips and tricks left and right. And now you don't have to search a lot. Any question that comes in your mind about YouTube, we can go and ask ChatGPT about it. For example, explain the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, you hear ChatGPT trying to skip this question. Too many requests in 1 hour. I totally believe it. Yeah, ChatGPT added this restriction because there's a lot of people and a lot of stress on the service.
1 hour later.
Alright, so now I'm allowed to ask the ChatGPT again. Alright, so let's see the answer. The YouTube algorithm is a very complicated one. And here ChatGPT listed for us the main factors for the algorithm. For example, the algorithm checks the viewer history. So the algorithm gonna check what did you search for, what did you like, comment, share, to suggest the video that you might be interested in. And then it's gonna check as well the video engagement. So it's gonna check how many views it has, likes, comments. So if those numbers are high, you will get recommended for the others. And the third one, you see that the YouTube algorithm gonna check the titles, the tags and descriptions to determine whether this video is relevant for the viewer. So with this, you can extend your knowledge about the YouTube algorithm using ChatGPT. And if one of those factors are not clear for you, you can ask ChatGPT to give you more details. For example, we can say elaborate more about the fourth point about the video freshness. So let's see. Alright, so as you can see, the ChatGPT gave us more details about the video freshness and how it affects the YouTube algorithm. So this means with the simple conversation with the ChatGPT, we can understand complex algorithm and complex topics like the YouTube algorithm to have deep knowledge about how YouTube works. Okay guys, so now the question is ChatGPT gonna replace our YouTubers? If you go to YouTube and search for ChatGPT, you will find a lot of people talking about how to make money using YouTube and ChatGPT by creating content only using AI without you being involved. I have different opinion about that. I think you cannot replace the YouTubers because they can bring very unique perspectives, personalities and creativities to their videos, which is the essential part of creating engaging content. And ChatGPT is here only to assist us. It's gonna provide ideas, suggestions, speed up the process of writing scripts, but I don't think it's gonna replace the YouTubers. Hi there, I'm really proud that you made it until the end, and I hope that you enjoyed the journey. And if you liked this course, I really appreciate it if you go and give me a feedback and rate this course. And if you enjoyed this course and you want to support the channel, then I really appreciate it if you go subscribe, like and comment. That's really gonna help the YouTube algorithm. And of course, if you have any questions or suggestions about topics that you want me to cover or a feedback, leave a comment in the section below. Well, nothing left to say beside thank you so much for watching this course, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.